Hey, everybody. Welcome back to Closet Chaos and Share Confessions. We are live and in Vegas at the moment. We've been here for the last couple of days. Heidi and I are actually getting ready to go out tonight to a couple of different bars and a really nice restaurant at the Cosmopolitan. So we've had some nice, fun evenings here in Vegas. But do you want to kind of start us off on the vibe for how we began our last couple of days?
Well, it was, I don't know. I
It's
think
been crazy.
kind of been crazy because I honestly I came into it thinking, oh, I'm gonna be a lame duck, and you know, we were both kind of tired when we left for our flight,
Yeah.
and so I was kind of hesitant on how it would go. But we have had a blast,
Yeah.
to say the least, and we've been here since Sunday late afternoon.
Yeah.
So
Yeah. We're staying
yeah.
at Planet Hollywood right now.
Hmm.
And it's been nice. We got a cheap room. We have been running a lot around a lot. So the Uber fares have added up. I would say that's like the only real drawback because we have been spending some time down on Fremont, which is fun. And I'll get into some of those shenanigans on the next podcast. But Mama won big at the casino at blackjack, and Heidi was not playing blackjack, but she was my right hand lady the whole time. We've been staying up till 3 a.m., you guys.
Which
So
I don't do. I used to, but the older I've gotten, I need my beauty sleep.
I, I'm
Let's be honest.
really like an old lady when it comes to going to bed at night,
Yep.
especially like when I know I have to get up in the mornings to go to
And
work.
function.
But it's like something in Vegas just brings it out in people.
Yeah, I would agree with that.
So
It's a lot of fun, but here's the thing though, we were down on Fremont Street Monday night and last night, and I gotta say, it doesn't feel like nighttime.
it doesn't.
If anybody's been down to Fremont Street, it had been, gosh, I don't know how many years since I've been here. Over 10 years since I've been here last. And that's one thing I forgot about. If you've been to Fremont Street, you'll know what we're talking about. Above, it's entire lights, the whole above you. And so it feels like daytime. You walk
Yeah.
out of a casino and you're like, "Oh, it must be 1 in the afternoon." No, it's like 3 in the morning.
Yeah. And I kept saying, I'm not tired. And they do that on purpose.
Yep, they want to keep you up and gambling, and boy did it work.
But we've had so much fun. We've been down to Fremont. We've done the pool. We've done spa. We'll get into all the details later. We're going to some nice restaurant tonight. We were at a really nice restaurant last night at the Aria.
Mhm.
That was a steakhouse.
Yeah, that was really good. They had really good food, and I had not ever been there because it's a newer hotel from when I was here last time. I'm not a frequent Vegas person, but yeah, the last time I was here they didn't have it, and it's a beautiful hotel.
Yes, it is. We talked about coming back because there's so many things we want to do. Because neither one of us have been here in a while. I was probably here 3 or 4 years ago, but that's the most recent for me. So, and like Heidi said, it's been 10 years or more. We just keep seeing more and more things we want to do. But anyways, so I want to kind of talk about when we got here. We first made a couple of pit stops. We of course had to get our wine. What did you get? You picked up.
Getting just a Josh wine cab. I think a cab is kind of my go-to normally. So yeah, I just got a wine, and of course I got some water because you got to keep hydrated out here.
Yeah.
And so, yeah, I can't remember. I think that's about all, and some snacks to keep in the room.
Yep. Yeah. And I think you got to do that when you
Yeah,
travel.
yeah.
But
Most places, it's just so expensive to get food traveling, I think. So to have some snacks in your room is probably a really good idea.
one of the things that I picked up when we stopped at Walgreens was these false lashes that are like stickers for your eyelashes that just like go underneath your eyelash. And I didn't do a great job today, but I did pick them up. And I think they're really easy to apply once you get the hang of it. But I also picked up wine, and we're drinking our wine out of our room glasses. Like I said, we're staying at Planet
Cheers.
Hollywood, which is a Caesars property. So of course they have their recyclable cups in the room that we're now using as our fancy wine glasses.
Yep.
I picked up a Chardonnay. I was trying to decide because I've been drinking a couple different things while I'm here. I've been drinking a Sauvignon Blanc, and then I've been drinking this Chardonnay. And
I, at the pool the other day, had some Aperol Spritz. I don't know if anybody else likes those, but that's kind of my summer go-to.
it was really refreshing.
Yeah, it's very refreshing and I don't know, just kind of something different.
Yeah. I also had something different and fun. I had a coconut mojito, and I had that actually when my mom and I went to Florida in March at a resort, and it was the first time I'd ever even had a mojito, but it was so light and refreshing. So being at the Vegas pool on the rooftop it was unnecessary to have these refreshing drinks. And they did a great job with the drinks there
Yep.
at the Circa Swim pool, which that we'll get into
Yeah, that
and the next one. But it was fun. We've been living it up, Heidi.
I'm surprised this old lady is keeping up with you because
You are.
I kind of worried about that. I'm not the party animal I once used to be.
She's keeping up with me pretty darn good. And let me tell you, I've given Heidi a run for her money here recently. This poor girl, we have been on a wild ride since the first part of July because we went to a Teddy Swims concert. We got to meet Teddy Swims.
Well, two of us out of the three that went did. This lady did not, because unbeknownst to her,
She had the start of shingles while we were in Sioux City for this wonderful, fun, free concert that they put on every year. Saturday in the Park. If you've ever been or haven't been, you should check it out. It's really a neat.
it's amazing. And they have food and drinks and stuff for the kids and all kinds of acts going on all afternoon, evening. We never had heard about it, and it was a great experience. But somebody didn't realize they were getting shingles, and I was exhausted. And so, unfortunately, I did not get to meet Teddy Swims, but Des and our friend Kelsey got to meet him, and I've seen all the pictures, and I'm so very glad.
It was so fun, and I'm sad Heidi wasn't there, but she heard all about it at what was it 2:30
Like
morning
2:30 in the morning.
when
Yeah.
we woke her butt up out of bed. Poor thing. And again, unbeknownst to us, she was under the weather.
Yeah.
And if you've ever had shingles, those are horrible. And she had them all over her face.
Yep. Yep.
She's lucky she's not blind.
I went to the eye doctor. I got
Yes.
to the eye doctor right away, and they kept an eye on me, literally, to see I can be.
You are funny.
But yeah, they kept a really good eye on my shingles, thank goodness, and got me on antibiotics really quickly. And so I am very thankful to my eye doctor, because it could have been much, much worse.
Yeah.
I've heard. I had a friend who had them recently as well, and her experience was way worse than mine. So
Yeah. Well,
anyway, I'm good. I'm still a little bit tired, but I am keeping up with Miss here. And
so
Yes.
that's just it. The poor thing is recovering off of shingles, and then I'm bringing her to Vegas. So we're just having a great time, though.
sorry,
You okay?
keep talking too much.
So before we kind of tease what our next episode is going to be about, which I'm sure you can already gather by what we've discussed, it's going to be real detailed about what our shenanigans have been. But what has been one of your favorite things that you're glad you brought to Vegas?
You know, if you would have asked me that before we got on the plane, I would have said my handheld fan. But honestly, I haven't even had to use it since we've been here. So I would say just my choice in shoes
Yeah.
and footwear. I did a really good job this time of bringing comfortable shoes, which I don't normally do.
Yeah.
'Cause
I don't
like,
either.
I like the look of shoes rather than the comfort.
Yeah.
But yeah.
I would agree with that because I've been very proud at my choices. There's only one sus pair
Okay.
of shoes that I brought, and we're gonna find out tonight. They
if
were worth
they're a
bringing.
go.
Yeah. And, but I would also say I'm proud of myself for bringing, like, rompers and dresses because I've been really bad in the past when I travel, bringing way too much, which still happened, you guys, but I was able to do it in other areas instead of in the clothing department because I was able to
Right.
have just one piece of clothing for one outfit versus multiple pieces. But I want to talk the next podcast, you guys, we're going to get into fashion that we wore here in Vegas and also shoe choices and why we chose to wear with it because that's the hard part about packing for a vacation, especially like a Vegas trip where you want to be cute but comfortable. And so you don't like die of heat stroke and like blisters and all of that. I mean,
Yeah,
you're gonna have to recover enough coming back from Vegas. We don't need fashion faux pas.
absolutely.
So we're gonna talk
Absolutely.
about fashion, and then we're also gonna go into more detail about what we've been up to in Vegas and what actually brought us to Vegas. So, and I think we're gonna be coming back soon. Heidi actually has plans to maybe bring her kids.
Yeah, I would love to. I haven't ran it past any of them yet, but I think they're
Maybe.
at the point where they're old enough, and I think it would be a fun family experience
Yeah.
for them. They're not gamblers. Well, I shouldn't say that. Our youngest has kind of started playing some poker and stuff, but yeah, I think a whole new outlook when your kids get to the point where you can, you know, have adult conversations and drink with them. A whole new experience. So I don't know. I'll have to talk them
Yeah.
into it. We'll see what happens.
I think there's more to come from Vegas after this trip. But
Yeah.
okay, so we're gonna come on out here. We got dinner reservations and we've got things that we've got to do. So we're gonna get out of your hair here. We've got finished getting ready. Now we're gonna get dressed. So stay tuned for our outfits and we'll talk about fashion and what to pack. And when this episode goes live, what I want to do is have you guys send us your recommendations for packing on a trip. Plus your go-to like essentials because girls got to help a girl out.
And everybody has been different places. And
Yes.
so I think it kind of depends on where you've been or where you want to go. Because it's a lot to know what to pack.
Yes.
Shoe wise and outfit wise. But I would agree. I think we did a good job on
Yeah.
this trip.
We did put in a good college effort. That's true.
We did.
So, all right, guys. Peace right now. We'll follow up after we've slept and aren't going to be drunk.